Begin in child's pose. As you send your hips back to the heels, you can open your knees as wide as you want them to be or as close as you want them to be. Extending your arms forward, relaxing your fingertips, letting your elbows drop down heavy, and just relaxing your forehead down to the mat. Close your eyes. Allow your whole body melt into the mat. Begin with a deep inhale through the nose and a long exhale also through the nose. Inhale deeply. Exhale out completely. Deep breath in through the nose. A long breath out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely, preparing your body and your mind for your practice, connecting the two through your breath. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Begin to extend your fingertips forward and start to spread your fingers wide, letting your arms reach forward so far away that the elbows will lift off the ground. Start to lengthen through the spine, press the hips back to the heels, pull your belly button all the way to the back of the spine. And as you press through your hands, on your next inhale, roll yourself up into a tabletop, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Exhale and cat, round your spine, chin to your chest. Inhale, drop the belly down and look up, arch the spine. As you exhale, round and start to lift from the middle of your spine, pressing mat away. Inhale, belly drops and heart lifts, look up. Exhale and round, chin to your chest, look into your belly button. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts, look up. Exhale, round once more. Inhale, drop the belly down, look up, tuck your toes under. Exhale and downward facing dog. Finding your downward facing dog, start to walk it out, pedal your feet, bending the knees one at a time, one heel at a time down into the ground. Maybe bend both knees, both heels into the ground. And with your next inhale, shift yourself forward into plank pose, shoulders over your wrists. And as you exhale, lower your knees, your chest, and your chin down to the ground. Inhale, slide forward and lift up to just cobra. Press through the tops of your feet, press your hands into the mat, glue your elbows by your sides, lift 1 inch higher. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Press through your hands, inhale, lift up to a tabletop. Exhale, press back to child's pose. As you press your hips to your heels, walk your hands to the right side of the mat all the way, as much as you can, as far as you can. Lengthen through that entire left side of the body. Press your left hip in towards the heels further. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, start to walk your hands through the center. And with your exhale, all the way to the left side of the mat as far as you can, pressing your right hip back and down, opening to that entire right side of your body, creating space between your right rib cage and your right hip. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. On your next inhale, walk your hands through the center. Press through your hands. Roll yourself up into a tabletop on all fours. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift up and back. Inhale, shift forward into plank pose. With your exhale, knees and chest and chin to the ground. Inhale, slide forward and up for cobra. Maybe an inch higher this time. Press your hands into the ground. Pull your belly button to the spine. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Press through your hands. Inhale, tabletop. And as you exhale, press back to child's pose. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Inhale, roll yourself up into a tabletop. Keep your hips directly over your knees and just walk your hands as far forward as possible, allowing your chin or forehead come down to the ground. Hips are directly over the knees, allowing your chest come as close to the mat as possible. Open through your chest, opening through your shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, gently start to slide your hands under the shoulders as you lift yourself up into a tabletop. Tuck your toes under, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. As you find your downward facing dog with your next breath in, forward into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. This time, as you slide yourself forward and up to upward facing dog, draw the shoulders down the back, micro bend in your elbows to not lock the elbows. And as you exhale, downward facing dog, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. And as you find your downward facing dog, start to walk it out, walking your feet out and then walking your feet in. All the way top of the mat, forward fold. As you find your forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows, hanging heavy, releasing the lower back, any tension in your lower back. Don't worry about your hamstrings. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Let your elbows pull you down, hanging heavy. Take another deep inhale. Exhale. Let go of the hands. On your next inhale, flat back and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Flip your palms open. Inhale, reverse in the swan dive to the top until your palms touch. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right and left foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward into plank. And as you exhale, knees and chest and chin. Inhale to upward facing dog, lift and open. Exhale to downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet out. And then walk your feet all the way into your hands, top of the mat, forward fold. This time, interlace your hands on your lower back, reach your knuckles away over your head. Once again, don't worry about your hamstrings. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Move your head side to side, front and back. Maybe squeeze your palms and reach knuckles over 1 inch. And then gently let go of the hands. On your next inhale, flat back and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Flip your palms open. Inhale, reverse in the swan dive all the way to the top. Palms touch. Exhale, draw your hands into your heart center. Inhale, arms overhead, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands left and right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees and chest and chin. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, press up and back to downward facing dog. Finding your downward facing dog, take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out, also through the nose. On your next inhale, lifting your right leg up high. Bend the knee open through the hip, let the foot hang heavy. Inhale. And as you exhale, step your right foot between your hands for lunge. Lowering your left knee to the ground, follow crescent lunge. Now press your hips forward, sink your hips down. Interlace your hands on your lower back, squeeze the palms together, reach your knuckles down, shift the gaze up, open through the front of your body, open through your shoulders. Imagine there is a weight attached to the knuckles, pulling your knuckles down. Opening the front of the body even more. Deep inhale. Long exhale. And when you're ready, let go of the hands. As you bring your hands to the front, bring your fingertips to the front, pull your hips to the back for half split. Flex the toes of the right foot towards the face to activate the muscles of the back of the right leg. And surrender your upper body over your right leg. Ideally, hips are squared. Press your right hip back and lift your left hip up slightly. And ideally, your stomach will come to your thigh and your chest to your knee, your forehead into your shin. As you surrender your arms by your sides and breathe. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. And when you're ready, start to bend the right knee, shift the weight into your right foot. Shift yourself forward, tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee off the ground. Step your right hand on the inside of the right foot, preparing for a side lunge. Open your right toes at 45 degrees. Spin your left heel down to the ground. Your left toes are pointing straight up to the ceiling. Bring your hands to your heart center. See if you can sit upright. Maybe hands in front of you on the ground if you need support. If your hands are to the heart and you want to deepen and find a shoulder opening, maybe half bind, maybe full bind. Wrapping your right arm around your right leg and left hand clasping the right hand. Maybe shifting your gaze to the side, maybe shifting your gaze up. Sink the hips down, flex the left toes up. Maybe gaze up, breathe, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly start to release your hands down to the ground. As you lift yourself up, preparing to come out of the pose, press the weight into your right foot and your hands. As you start to lift your hips up, walk your hands to the right, spin your left heel to the back, find your lunge, left hand down, right arm up. As you lower your left knee to the ground, find a twist. Keep pressing your hips forward. Maybe shifting the gaze up. You can stay right here, pressing the hips forward, sinking them down, reaching your right arm up, or you can circle your right arm to the back, shift the gaze to the back, and maybe bend that left knee and grab your left hand with your right hand. Kick the foot back into the hands so you can add a shoulder opening as well as a deeper quadricep stretch and a hip opening. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Keep sinking your hips down and forward. And gently start to let go of the foot. As you circle your hand up and around on the inside of the right foot, preparing for lizard lunge. Check with your hips, maybe staying up, maybe lower down to your forearms if it feels okay. Relax your forehead down, let your head hang heavy, and breathe. Sending your deepest exhales into your hips. One more full cycle of breath. And if you're all the way down on your forearms, slowly start to press your hands under the shoulders to lift yourself up. Keep the weight in your hands, swing your right knee behind you, press back to child's pose. Deep breath in. Long breath out. You can flip your palms up to maybe release your wrists and give yourself a little more of a shoulder opening. When ready, flip your palms back down to the ground. On your next inhale, roll up into a tabletop. Tuck the toes under, exhale and downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank. And as you exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. With your next inhale, lift your left leg up high. Bend the knee, open through the hip, let the foot hang heavy. As you exhale, step your left foot between your hands, lower your right knee to the ground for low crescent lunge. Press the hips forward, sink your hips down. And when you're ready, interlace your hands on your lower back, reach your knuckles down, shift your gaze up. Keep pressing the hips forward, keep sinking the hips down, squeeze the palms together, let the imaginary weight pull your knuckles down, open through the shoulders, open through the front of your body, even your throat. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Slowly start to bring your hands to the front, preparing for half split. Shift your hips towards the right heel. Flex the toes of your left foot, surrender your forehead down, ideally stomach to the thigh, chest to the knee, forehead into the shin. Keep your toes flexed so you can activate the back of the left leg. Allow your upper body surrender, allow your left hamstring to breathe, to open up. Inhale. Exhale. One more full cycle of breath. Start to press your hands into the ground. Bend your left knee, shift the weight forward. You're gonna tuck the right toes under, lift your right knee, step your left hand on the inside of the left foot, preparing for side lunge. Left toes open at 45 degrees, spin the right heel down, toes up to the skies. Maybe hands to the heart center if that's available to you. Maybe a bind if you did one on one side, do it on this side as well. As you sink your hips slow, allow your heart open up. Shift your gaze up, keep your shoulders away from the ears, open through the chest. See if you can maybe sink the hips just an inch lower and breathe. If you're in a bind, start to release your hands in front of you on the mat. Preparing to transition out. As you walk your hands towards the left, spin your right heel to the back. And preparing for a twist, lower your right knee to the ground and tuck the toes. Lift your left arm up high. Press the hips forward and sink the hips down. Maybe stay here, or maybe circle your left arm to the back. Maybe bending the right knee and grabbing the right foot with your left hand, adding that extra shoulder opening, extra twist, and a little more of the quadricep opening. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Start to let go of the foot. As you release the foot, circle your left arm up and down on the inside of the left foot. Preparing for lizard lunge. Check with your hips, maybe staying upright or maybe lower down to your forearms if your hips allow you to. As you relax down, relax your head, surrender it down. Sending your deepest exhales into your hips. Breathe. Anything with hip opening can feel uncomfortable. Allow yourself to breathe. In and out through the nose. One more breath. If you're all the way to the hands, to the forearms, start to lift up to your hands. Then swing your left knee to the back and press back to child's pose. As you press your hips back to the heels, from here, threading your left arm under the right to add a shoulder opening. Bring your left cheek, ear down to the ground. Then reach your right fingertips forward and reach your left fingertips towards the right as you press your hips even further back and down. Breathe. Returning your left arm to the front, threading your right arm under the left, bringing your right cheek, ear down to the ground, extending your left fingertips forward, reaching your right fingertips towards the left, press your hips to the back, open through the shoulders, even more. And returning your right arm to the front. On your next inhale, roll yourself up into a tabletop. Tuck your toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. And with your next inhale, lifting your right leg up high. Bend the right knee, open through the hip. As you exhale, step your right foot between your hands for lunge. Right knee directly over your right ankle. Pull your belly button to the spine. Inhale, lift your arms up, high lunge. Lifting your torso upright. Keep sinking the hips. Release your hands to your lower back. Squeeze your palms together. Lower your knuckles down and shift your gaze up. Inhale. As you exhale, reach your nose in the direction of your toes. Reach your knuckles way over your head. Keep pressing back through the left heel though. Hollow out through the belly. Firmly pressing into the ground through the feet. Maybe reach your knuckles over 1 inch more. Keep your hips low, core strong. Inhale, lift your torso upright. Let go of the hands. Reach your arms to the skies. High lunge, inhale. Exhale to warrior two. Spin your left heel down. Right knee pointed straight forward, arms to the side. Squeeze your thighs towards the midline. Shine your right palm up. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Lift up and back. Open through the right side as much as you can. Sliding your left hand down the left leg. Gentle touch through the left fingertips. Inhale to warrior two. And cartwheel your hands on the inside of the right foot for prayer squat. Step your left foot on the outside of the left hand. Open your toes wide, knees wide. And bring your hands to your heart center in prayer as you press your elbows into your knees, into your thighs to open your hips even more. Send your tailbone down. Reach the crown of the head up. Long through the spine. Imagine you are sitting against a wall behind you. Press those elbows into the thighs to open through the hips just a little more. Inhale. Exhale. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, release your hands to the ground. Toe, heel your feet together. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold, feet together. Inhale to chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips down. Reach your fingertips up high to the skies. Draw the shoulders down the back. Scoop your tailbone under and pull your belly button to the spine. Inhale. Exhale, maybe an inch down. Release, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands right and left foot back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. With your next inhale, lift your left leg up high, bend the knee open through the hip. And as you exhale, step your left foot between your hands for a lunge. As you find your lunge, press through the feet, keep your hips low. Inhale, lift up to high lunge, torso up. Release your hands to your lower back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms. Imagine you have weight attached to the fingertips, pulling you down. Shift your gaze up. Inhale. And as you exhale, nose in the direction of your toes, reach your knuckles away over your head. Relax the head down, hollow out through the belly. Press back through that right heel. Keep sinking your hips slow. Keep reaching your knuckles up and over your head. Even more. Hips stay low, strong with the core. Inhale, lift your torso upright. Let go of the hands. Inhale, swing your arms up to the skies. Exhale to warrior two. Open your arms to the sides. Find your warrior. Squeeze your thighs towards the midline. Press through both feet equally. Shine your left palm up. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Lift up and back. Open through the entire left side of the body. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, cartwheel both hands on the inside of the left foot. Spin your right heel to the back. Press the weight into your hands and your left foot. Right foot steps on the outside of the right hand. Open your toes wide, open your knees wide. Bring your hands to your heart center, sink the hips down. Maybe open your arms out, long. Press your forearms into the knees to open a little wider with the hips. Keep your spine long, keep the crown of the head reaching up towards the skies. Feel into the hip opening and breathe. Take another deep inhale. Long, complete exhale. Bring your hands back to the heart center. Release your hands to the ground, straighten your legs, toe heel your feet together. Inhale to flat back and lengthen. Exhale and fold, step your feet close together. Inhale to chair pose, bend the knees, sweep the arms, sink the hips, chin, inhale. And as you exhale, prayer twist to your right. Bring that left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Still squaring the hips, sinking the hips down. The weight is in the heels. Squeeze your palms firmly to your heart center or find variation. Opening your right arm up and left arm down. Maybe shifting gaze up to find a little more of a shoulder opening. Sink the hips down still in that chair. Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale to center. Exhale, prayer twist to your left. This time, right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Make sure your knees are lined up so the hips are squared. Maybe open left arm up, right arm down. Keep sinking the hips. Find the shoulder opening. Maybe gaze up. Pull your belly button to the spine. Bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale to center. Re-extend the arms to your neutral chair pose. Sink the hips. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left and right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath